Hello, so today's video is very different from my usual videos because usually I only post vlogs, right? But today is the 12th of February and it is Valentine's Day soon. But guess who's still single? But anyways, I'm gonna do like a Valentine's Day makeup. Actually, I wanted to do like a forest elf kind of makeup, right? But since Valentine's Day, I thought why not do a pink version and just combine the two elements together. I changed into something more appropriate for the occasion, and I'm gonna prep my skin first. But since I'm not going out, then there's no need for primer, right? So I'm gonna use the Avene thermal spring water thing. Really just gotta get the skin nice and damp and prepared, okay, to be I'm gonna start by concealing my brows because I feel like elf, right? They look very ethereal, so not a lot of elf have black brows, I think. So I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape, right? And just like, you know, gore it onto my brows and just like see how much I can conceal. Yes. Not bad. I mean, this concealer is very well known for its coverage, so I think it's like quite pigmented.
So pigmented.
So pigmented.
So pigmented.
I actually want to achieve like a drag queen kind of like higher arched thinner brow, right? But I don't have a glue stick and I don't know how to glue down my brows because I've never actually tried drag before. So this is how I'm gonna do it lah. So I just use the concealer to cover it, and then I'm gonna go in with like eyeshadow to like carve it out. Now that I've blended out the first layer, right, I'm gonna go in with some Maybelline Fit Me powder, right? And then I'm gonna set the brow, and then I'm gonna go in with a second layer of concealer to hide it more thoroughly. While I'm doing this, right, I'm actually just gonna talk about A-levels because yesterday when I was planning to do this video, right, I actually don't really know what to talk about today because this is my first time doing like a get ready with me talk kind of video. So I asked my friends what to talk about, and one of them actually suggested to talk about A-levels in general because I was actually from JC. And then A-levels results for 2022 is coming out in I think a few days. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk about my experience in JC and yeah, just A-level stuff. But before that, I'm gonna use the Beauty Bay 42 color bright palette to draw my brow. I'm gonna use like these general like pink and red shades, right? But I think I'm gonna start off with like the hot pink shade called Make Them Wink. Since the A-levels results are about to be out, right, I feel like a lot of you can be a bit anxious and worried of your result. But I just want to say I did quite badly for my A-levels lah. But I think it's okay, and I just want to tell y'all my journey lah, my A-level journey, and how I coped with the fact that I did quite badly with my A-levels. Let's start from the beginning, like how did I end up in JC. So I was actually from the IP batch, so that means that I didn't have to take O-levels. I could just go to JC to study the 2 years after I'm done with my 4 years in secondary school. And oddly enough for me, right, even though I did pretty well for my BSLE, right, I sort of always knew that I didn't like studying like the JC, the secondary school syllabus back when I was in secondary school. I just felt like what MOE taught was like, I just didn't want to learn them, you know, I was not interested. But back then, right, I didn't really have an alternative. Like to me, I always thought that, oh, I'll just go to JC lah. Like that was the only way out for me. I didn't really thought of going to another institute, like poly or like anything. And then, so even though I did quite badly in secondary school, right, I still managed to pass and like go to JC afterwards. But it was in JC that I realized that, right, actually studying is like really not for me because I really didn't care and like felt the need to study in a way when I was in JC. Like whenever the class is like going on, right, I'm always like on my phone, and then I just didn't really do my homework also, which on hindsight that is my bad lah. I'm not saying it's like the JC's fault, I'm just saying it's like I realized that I was not fit for studying when I was like going through JC. Fast forward to the A-level period, Genshin just came out, okay, and then I was playing Genshin like throughout my entire like A-level period. I didn't study at all. It was so like toxic. Like it was toxic in a way that I was not like caring about my future. With that being said, right, I'm not encouraging y'all to not study or like saying studying is not important and y'all shouldn't study, okay? I'm just saying that for me, back in 2020 when I was going through that period of time, right, I didn't care about studying, okay? It was really like, I don't give a frick about whatever I was taught in school. And I just felt that it wasn't relevant to what I wanted to do in the future, even though I didn't know what I wanted to do in the future also. Like, I just knew that I wanted to be in like the makeup or like the social media scene, you know? Okay, so fast forward to like around February of last year, 2021, right, was when I got my A-level result, which is like 1 year ago. I did quite badly lah. Like I don't really want to say how many rank points that I got for A-levels, but it was like cannot go uni that kind, you know? So my options were like either going to a private uni or like going back to poly to get a diploma, right? And then I made the decision that I wanted to go back to poly to take a diploma, cause I didn't know that there were so many choices for a diploma in a sense, cause I didn't think of going to poly in the first place. To put it simply, right, what I was trying to say here was that since going to poly was never an option for me, I never knew that there were so many like diploma choices in various polys. But then after I researched it, right, I realized that actually going to poly to get a diploma in the areas of interest that I was interested in, right, was more beneficial than going to like a uni or like a private uni in that case to study something that I am not interested in. But back then when I collected my A-level results, right, my like level head, right, actually asked me if I wanted to go back for a year to retain and then do another year of J2 to retake A-levels. But I told her I didn't want to, because I knew that even if I went back, right, I wouldn't study also one. Like, cause I was just not interested in what I was learning lah, like the subject combi. And also one more thing was, right, I was in army back then already, so I've already enlisted around February last year. So I was like, there's really no point going back and then having to like defer my NS for something that I know I wouldn't do well in, even though I went back to retake it. Now that I'm in army, right, there's two routes in front of me lah. Either I go to a private uni or like I go back to poly. And private uni isn't really a viable option for me, cause financially, it was just not an option, you know, it's very expensive. And then poly was more like, it's more affordable in a way, and then I felt like I could still go to uni afterwards if I genuinely like what I was studying in poly and get like a good grade. So if you're interested, right, I actually really like film studies and like mass comm, that kind of stuff. So for the diplomas that I applied at multiple polys, right, I actually applied the same diploma across the few polys. So next, I'm gonna go in with my eyes now, and I'm gonna start with like the Sunset Horizon palette from Beauty Bay as well. And I'm gonna use the shade Flamingo. It's like this red pinkish shade, and I'm just gonna blend it along my crease outwards and create like a cut crease. So yeah, this shade, dipping into it. There's quite a bit of fallout, not gonna lie. Okay, now I'm done with like the placement of the red shade, right? I'm gonna go in with the black shade called Midnight to blend the lower this part lah, so that it creates like depth for the eye. I'm gonna use a smaller, like more dense kind of brush to blend out the black. In case you use like a loose brush, right, and then it gets everywhere, so it's very messy. Dipping into this shade, or this shade, Midnight, and I'm just gonna blend. It looks a bit grey on camera. Not in camera, in real life. gonna take a lot of blending, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm done blending out like the black color. So I'm gonna move on to cut the crease now. Before I use the concealer to cut the crease, I have this habit of using a cotton bud with some makeup remover to remove the base first, so that it's easier for us to cut the crease in case it turns out very like messy. One thing I forgot to talk about just now, right, is I hope this video gets out to the people who are like struggling in JC and studying, because I know how it feels to feel like lost and like not sure what you're gonna do in the future when you're in that kind of moment. But please, okay, JC, grades, academy is not your entire life. Once you graduate from JC, right, you realize that life has a different, there's a different side to life other than just studying, okay? School is not everything. I don't think this video is like meant for those who's like super smart, super hardworking and like gonna get 90 RP. But if you're feeling lost, okay, please, it's okay to do not so good for A-levels. There's always a way out, okay? There's always a way out. So I'm gonna use the Bioderma, like the very famous makeup remover, right? And I'm gonna use the cotton bud to cut the crease like this. Next, right, after I cut the crease using the micellar water, I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer to actually cut the crease. Sorry if I keep going back to like the same topic about A-level and like JC, right? Because I really didn't plan this video out. I'm just talking about whatever that comes to my mind. I just want to talk about like friends in general, like the friends I made in JC, because I'm very thankful for all of y'all watching. Like y'all are probably watching, okay? I think y'all are watching. But yes, they were very supportive of my decision, and most of them didn't really care about my grades. Like, it's not like, oh my god, I got better than you, it's not that kind of situation. They were all very like supportive, and most of them actually know what I want to do in the future lah. So to all of y'all watching and was supporting me through JC, right, I'm actually really very thankful. Which comes to my next point is like, if you are struggling in JC, right, I think it's very important to find your own circle of friends, people who genuinely knows you and support you for who you are and like don't try to change you. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with this Judy doll pink glitter with like gold sheen kind of thing, right, to cover the cut crease part. Okay, I think that was quite a beautiful like shade, right, but I think because it's too close to my skin tone, right, I couldn't really see it on my eyelid. But you know what, at least the concealer is set. So next I'm gonna move on to eyeliner. I forgot if I mentioned this is like a more anti-Valentine kind of like look. So I'm gonna add a bit of black under the eye, right, to create a more like sultry, dark kind of vibe. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, right, I just drew like one eyeliner on, right, and I'm kind of confused. Like, I don't know where I want this look to go right now. So I'm gonna try to come up with something, and then I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, I'm done with my makeup and I filmed the TikTok.
Valentine's makeup.
I'm so shy. I'm not shy, I'll say it. I've been picturing you naked.
Am I gonna lie? Is this the best look I've ever done? No. Okay, it's not. It's I don't really like this look. I'm not gonna be honest. But you know what? I'm done, and that's all that matters. I hope you got something out of today's video. I didn't really know what to talk about. If there's anything you want me to talk about, like topics to discuss, right, please leave a comment so that the next video I will have something to talk about. So thanks for watching.